Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of marketing class. Hope everybody's had a good week and weekend, and let's jump into week 1 last week. Those of you that are in there, you're doing real good. We did the let me see, last week we had our discussion that was on the where you pick a what you call it, this one, the ethical. So either or. Like I said, those of you in there participating, doing real good back and forth. So that's what we want to see. Learning some stuff. Those of you watching videos, thank you. Uh, so good there. Let me see. The homework is was the 2 websites. Um, and again, that those you're doing real good there. Upcoming in week 2, it's going to be a similar assignment. Your homework is going to be in week 2. It's going to be same thing. You're going to look up the 2 websites and do your write up on those. So that's the same. Uh, the um, the discussion for week 2. Here we go. All right. You got either or, same thing. So there's lots of examples out there you can use. So shouldn't be a problem. I do want to review that. Please be sure to get your initial post in by Wednesdays. If you don't, you lose some points on that. And if you're late on getting your replies in by Sunday, you lose points because once we're into the following week, even though you might make a post, you're not participating anymore because the game is over. It's basically there's nobody in there participating because it's over with. So make sure you get all your posts in during the current week. Okay, and that way you don't lose points for that. So that's a discussion. And then, as always, I tell you, read your text and also the presentations. You got chapter 3 and 4 this week. Chapter 3, collecting, analyzing, marketing information. A lot of good information in here. You just need to take the time to go through it. When we're talking about analyzing, collecting data, analyzing it, and then implementing it, they all go hand in hand. It's from the marketing perspective. We all get things in the mail from different companies, in like the weekly junk mail. Those are decisions are made to put that particular type of junk mail in different mailboxes based on demographics, based on this collection data. The income, the demographics, the income, it might be the ethnic neighborhoods. They'll send certain types of ads to different neighborhoods based on, different demographics. So that's part of, marketing. Let me show you something here. Back from when I had my pizza stores. This is like a marketing matrix. This right here says period 1, 2, 3. There's 12 periods. Even though there's 12 months in a year, there's 13 4-week periods in like a business year. Most businesses operate that way. But on the marketing thing here, it's called vehicles, which is the type of marketing. Be it advo, that's the junk mail. A direct mail piece you get direct from somebody. Like, so I'll use the pizza stuff. You might get a postcard from the pizza place every once in a while. You might get some other generic stuff along the way. A direct mail piece, door hanger thing hanging on your door, whatever the case is. And there's television national, and there's local, whatever the case may be. So the research of marketing all goes into how this is actually executed down at the unit level, whatever the case may be. So that's where these things come in. Like here, for this particular store here, the Advo, which is the big, the jungle, the big, it's like a big flyer type thing you get in the mail. So in this particular case, there was 31,000, pieces sent out. What determines that 31,000? Usually, like in my case where I was, there's different stores, but there'd be a map of the area, and there'd be like zone 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, depending on the area. and you would actually pick out which zones you wanted to, you might have the north, south, east, west sides, or central, and you might pick the north, west, central, and south, but not do the east, uh, for whatever the reason. Be it's a very poor area where they just can't afford pizza, or whatever the case is, whatever you're trying to sell. So that's where the demographics comes in on marketing and figuring out all that stuff. So another thing on marketing, just because one of the things, like if you're doing local, like doing local cable, sometimes you'll see local cable ads. So when I was up in Ohio, and we did cable ads, this is like, sometimes they do what they call bill stuffers, so you get something in the mail. But also when you're determining where you want to advertise at, like you got different areas that have different household counts. Like this one here, Salem, that was one of the towns I had a store in. So they had 9,000 homes. But you could also identify what, so like same thing with the print thing I just told you about. The map for this area might have been broken down into two areas or something, where you could exclude one side or the other. So again, there too, similar type breakdown on the actual implementing or applying. So anyways, so I got sidetracked there, but that's the thing. And then so the thing I always tell you is make sure you're paying attention to definitions, terms, concepts in this, on how this works and inner works. Again, quiz questions, exam, things like that are on here, but it's also just knowing how to apply it. If you are by chance somebody that wants to get into marketing, or you're going to run your own business or run a business for somebody, very important you understand how marketing works, and the rationale behind decisions on what to do, what not to do, those type of things. So, all right. Then another one we got is Chapter 4, what's called SWOT competitive advantage. SWOT analysis. Those of you, like right now, I'm also teaching BA415, the applied research, applied business, research. So some of you may have already taken that course, or should have probably. So same thing, SWOT analysis, and that's I'm skipping a couple here to get down to the to the graph. But so what you got is you got strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So again, in the other class, I just used the Blockbuster example. Blockbuster was the video place, so that was their strength. They had the strength, they had a lot of other things. Weakness was they probably back then didn't think they had a weakness, but comes to find out their weakness was technology advancements. So that was their, which would have been an opportunity had they, whoever their leadership was, had the vision to see it. That a thing like Netflix could come along, or Redbox, and all of a sudden there's no need for a VHS tape or DVD. So that also falls into a threat. So you got different things that can match up. Things in if you're talking to pizza, like a small town pizza shop, strengths are things like the owners having a relationship with the people in that town, personally knowing the principals at the school, so they do the school lunches for the schools, or just different people in the communities, in their church, different things. I went to a conference back when I was in Domino's, and we had a franchisee from up in the Boston area come and give us a little thing, and he talked about this SWOT analysis thing, and he talked about a threat is competitive intrusion, where you have like the Papa John chains and stuff come in. And he said he never worried about it, and he never did. He didn't lose business or anything because of his relationship he had with the communities. Because people would have felt bad if they didn't buy pizza from his place anymore. So that's one of those unique stories, but that's part of it. Why do people go where they go? Because they like it, or they like the customer service. These are all things that will fall into the strengths. If you got bad customer service, now on the flip side, I use Pizza Hut as an example. of bad customer service. We used to throw around a term of the, Pizza Hut spoiled by their success because they just didn't care about customer service. And as far as, how long it takes to get a delivery from them. So, there's different ways to look at different things. But again, it's all in here in the slides. So knowing how this works a little bit also goes into whatever you're going to be doing if you're going to be running a business for somebody or yourself or get into the marketing field. So, so these two chapters cover pretty much all of it. Let me get out of there. All right, so I covered the presentations, the discussion, and the assignment, and then you have your quiz. So far so good. There's a few of you straggling. You need to get caught up in here. Not be getting behind in this, and just keep up the interaction on the discussions, and we should be good. So I thank you. Hope everybody had a great week, and everybody have a great upcoming week. You can get in touch with me, inbox, message, text, or call. So that's it, everybody. Take care. Bye. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Test question. Okay. Hockey fans, St. Louis Blues will like this one. So let me know what you see. And now I will say, okay, that's it. Bye.